It's another hot and muggy day in Miami, and the roof is closed as such for comfort at Marlins Park. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Miami Marlins. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Edinson Volquez is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Marlins. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Edinson Volquez is an interesting story. At one time had a big power arm. Doesn't have that huge velocity that he once has. He's still 92 to 94 miles an hour. Good hard slider that he throws for strikes. His changeup he'll use occasionally. A ground ball type pitcher that if he has that good breaking ball, he'll be tough to beat.
At the plate, Starling Marte. He will lead this one off today. First offering on its way. A bouncer up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And now the Marlins will have his terrific speed to contend with at first right out of the chute.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Into the box, Darren Doby. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this series has been a little bit of back and forth, dropping the first one, finding a way to battle back, and then dropping the third one of this 4-game set. Let's see if they can find a way to tie this rubber game.
You know, Dero, this is one of those, if you could win game 4 of this series and walk away with a split, you almost feel like you won this series. This is a big one here today.
A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hopefully the guys listened in the hitters meeting. They're going to stay up the middle, big part of the yard. But when they get on, look for some wheels in motion, some execution, trying to manufacture some runs. I think that's how this lineup will play it out.
Down on the shins and missed with it, ball one. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
He'll try it one more time for second. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Ryan.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He has no prior history against this pitcher. First pitch on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Marte stands at second with 2 gone. Popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Pittsburgh. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Tyler Glasnow will be on the mound for game 4. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, Tyler Glasnow, good young-looking pitcher. 94 to 95 miles an hour with a fastball, hard breaking ball slider, and a straight changeup. If he's on early, you'll know he'll be getting a lot of swings and misses on that hard slider. If he brings his A game, he could be really tough to beat.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line toward the alley in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Batting second, center fielder, Christian.
In is Christian Yelich. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. Here's the first pitch to him. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Marte has it in his sights, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
He's set, and the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. Hey, you know what, D-Roll, this is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series, drop game 2, win game 3. They'd like to keep the momentum going here, D-Roll, win 2 in a row and win 3 out of 4 in this series.
Yeah, you want to definitely get a chance to win this series today. Play good baseball. You don't want to go on that seesaw. We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
Runners on the move for second. Swing and a little tapper. Runners on first with 1 down. Now a throw over, and the runner back in standing. Here now the 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, and you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Longoria, 33 years old. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to adjust and be a great teammate.
Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 misses. Ball 2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Changeup misses, and it's full 3-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Second inning coming up here in South Florida with no score. Coming to the plate now is Manny Tomas. And as you can see, he has been slumping offensively. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
Popped high in the air. Realmuto shading to his right, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And guys, we'd be remiss if we didn't focus on the Gold Glover at second base, D. Gordon. He can beat you in so many ways on the base pass. But let's not kid ourselves. Athleticism allows him to make some pretty special plays on the defensive side of the ball.
And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Pirates are staked to a 1-0 lead.
This is one of those pitches that will stick with a pitcher for a long time after a game. Here's a hitter who's average at best, doesn't hit for a lot of power, not a great average. He has him down in the count 0-2, and what does he do? Grooves one right to him, and even an average hitter like this will punish your mistakes.
And this is on the outside corner for strike one. He'll enter play here at 3:04. 3 homers and 14 driven in. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, last pitch was 94. Then you pull a string. 13 miles an hour slower right there. 81 miles an hour. You get guys in a rocking chair when you can add and subtract like that.
Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Man, they already hit 1 home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though, as it banged off the wall for a double. He's giving up a fair amount of solid contact right now.
Next will be the left-handed hitting Jeremy Hazelbaker, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Cervelli leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
For my money, there's nothing better than a 3-pitch see you later. Well, look here. He gets him on his heels with strike 1, up against the ropes with strike 2, and then he KOs him on pitch number 3. Love it.
Stepping in now, Tyler Glasnow, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. High in the air out to center field. Yelich is under it, and that's the 3rd out. But the Pirates are on the board first thanks to this home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Pittsburgh. And that'll bring up the catcher, Chance Sisco.
Leading off for the Marlins, catcher.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And that's through for a hit.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Standing in now, Carmen Lopez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. 1 there. On to first. Not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Batting 7.
Stepping in, JT Realmuto. First pitch on its way. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Under it now is Marte to pull it in for out number 2. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. Digging in, Jason Drummond, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Lopez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. goodness. 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
The 0-2 delivery. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. A great shot there of the blue waters and long sandy stretches of Miami Beach. Back now for the top of the third inning on the show.
Leading off for Pittsburgh.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Called strike on the knuckle curve, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. Therefore, it is Stanton, and he's got it for the first out. Ready for another chance. Darren Doby. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Popped him up. Gordon has a play. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Josh Bell the next to hit. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Boy, Dero, anytime a lefty takes that pitch on the outer third and drives it the other way, you have to be awfully impressed.
Yeah, you have to be. It reminds me of Will Clark back in the day taking that ball the other way. You have to be able to play with the whole field to have success in the big leagues.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. The 1-1. A bouncer to the left side. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning. Leading off the inning, Edinson Volquez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Here's the first pitch to him. Cue shot here out toward short. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
Here's D. Gordon now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Gordon handles the bat well against right-handed pitching. Doesn't have a lot of pop, but he does make contact, and of course he's always using his wheels to his advantage.
Yeah, and in today's game, how refreshing is it to watch this guy absolutely get down the first base line? I can't tell you what this does to a defense.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Hit out towards second. He's got it to second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Digging in, Christian Yelich. 0 for 1 here in the early going. first pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball two. And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Marte on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. So it's a runner at first with two gone. And set to stand in the ultra-dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. It's 1-0. Gordon is off at first with two away. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball two. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
Wow, this is the kind of count you'd like to get your superstar hitters in, right? 3-0. You can bet he has the green light on this pitch.
The 3-0 pitch. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. They'll whip this one to first in time. And here's Yasmani Tomas. He popped out in his first trip. First delivery to him on the way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Swings through it for strike number two. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
Count even now at 1-1. And it's 1-2.
Count is 1-2.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And he will make the play. Two away now.
Up next for the Pirates, catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Hit on the ground to third. Up with it is Longoria. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They lead it 1-0. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball one. Two and 0 now.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds.
Oh, a diving stop at third. To first. Hats off to that one. And that'll bring up the catcher, Chance Sisco. 1 for 1 after the single his first time up. Liner toward right center. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
The left fielder, number 2.
Striding into the box, Harmon Lopez. And the pitch. Tapped out in front of home. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Next will be the left-handed hitting Jeremy Hazelbaker. He'll start off the inning now against Edinson Volquez. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
This at-bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a fastball yet, but now he gets to count at 2 balls and no strikes. He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
That is not the way he wanted to start off this half inning. It's one thing to walk the leadoff hitter, but it's even more painful when the leadoff hitter is an absolute burner, and he can really wreak some havoc on the bases.
Here comes the first pitch, and they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Now batting, center fielder.
Here's Starling Marte. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Hard hit to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And not in time as the run scores.
Take a look at this right here. He didn't get jumpy and try and pull it down the left field line. Stayed in there, fought hard, and grinded out a nice knock the other way.
Pitch inside, the throw. Not in time as he steals second. Runner's on his way to third. Strike called, now the throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball right down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2. Josh Bell the next to hit. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Marte on third with 2 out. Hit hard on the ground to second. Gordon is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. A run, a hit, and a man left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Pirates 2 and the Marlins. Now in the box, JT Realmuto. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
It'd be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Pirates' Road to the Show report. 2 guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. So digging in now, Jason Drummond. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line toward the alley in left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Now at the plate, Edinson Volquez. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been...
Ouch, that one hit him. Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, D. Gordon. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 5 innings complete. Pittsburgh leads this one 2-0. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ryan Healy. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, look at the sliding stop. It's in time.
The batter,
Here's Yasmani Tomas. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Adam Frazier will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning. We flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And that down in order go the Pirates. But they hold a 2-0 lead. In is Christian Yelich. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 27.
Giancarlo Stanton now. No hits to this point. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Back up the middle. Doby right there. Throw gets him. 2 down. So stepping in, Evan Longoria. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And no swing apparently. Ball 1. Line towards center field. Marte is going to have room out there as he puts this. Up next for the Buccos, Francisco Cervelli. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, left fielder.
Standing in, Jeremy Hazelbaker. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Looks at a sinker there that drops in. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. At third, Longoria. And he's safe.
So frustrating, Dero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher
is. Into the box now, Tyler Glasnow. Now a bunt attempt here. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. In now, Starling Marte. First pitch of the at-bat. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Just got a piece up the line, but that one rolls foul. Line drive to center field. Yelich will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Pirates leave one. They're up 2-0. Leading off the inning, Chance Sisco. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Line towards center field. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. Leadoff hitters aboard, and that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings.
The left fielder, number 2, Carmen Lopez.
Ready now for the Marlins, Carmen Lopez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside. Sisco gets his lead at first, nobody out. Ball 2.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Now the 2-0 home. Outside, 3-0 now.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Three and 1 to the Marlins left fielder. A runner at first with no outs here. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Fell behind early in this one, 3-0, and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. That misses. So a single and a walk, and it's first and second with nobody out. Stepping up to the plate, JT Realmuto, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Line down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. Now a spin and a throw back to second. And late reactions, and they got him. High pop-up. Doby is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, shortstop.
Striding in once again, Jason Grumman. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. From the belt, kicks and deals. A ball and a strike.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
1-1. Misses down below the knees.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
The count now at 2-2. The 2-2. Grounder down the line at third. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Marlins leave 1. They're down 2-0. At the plate, Darren Doby. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once.
Darren Doby.
First pitch on its way. Liner toward right center. And there's a base hit, so a chance to add a little insurance here as the leadoff man is on to start the 8th.
I mean, that fires me up right there. Opposite field knock, and in today's game, where every manager is employing hundreds of shifts to watch this batter go the other way was special.
Josh Bell the next to hit. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. And he takes strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Drilled down the line, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. Little dribbler down the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. A runner at first with no outs here. And now Volquez up to 77 pitches for his outing so far. And the knuckle curve freezes him as he becomes out number 1.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. There's a strike. Doby stands at first with 1 out. Here's a little chopper up the middle, reined in. 1 there. The turn throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Brendan Drury is out of the dugout as a pinch hitter, so that means the end for Edinson Volquez.
Brandon Drury.
And that misses, ball 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 5 homers, 13 RBIs.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And there's 1 down now.
Second baseman, D. Gordon.
Up next from Miami, D. Gordon. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. A 1-1. Hard ground ball to third. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner. In is Christian Yelich, 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit down the line at first. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Runner at first here, 1 man out. lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Short, hit hard. There's one. On to first, it's a double play as their woes continue. Kyle Bearclaw enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Here's Yasmani Tomas. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Strike one to start the at-bat. Called strike 0-2.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Swinging a liner back through the box. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. Here's a look at the final line for the Marlins starting pitcher. Great day's work any way you look at it. Standing in, Adam Frazier. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Bases are empty, one man out. Sent on the ground out to second. Gordon is up with it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
Now at the plate, Francisco Cervelli. He was a ground out victim last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Way in front of a great slider that time.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. Giancarlo Stanton now. He's going to lead things off in their half of the ninth as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching. This is the big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Hard liner to center field. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. Stanton on his way up to second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
That's exactly what they needed. Down by 2 runs, the leadoff man puts himself in scoring position with the tying run coming to plate. The temptation for the next batter is to swing for the fences and tie it up with one swing, but a base hit brings home a run and keeps momentum on your side. We'll see how he goes about it.
Felipe Vasquez comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth. No balls and a strike to count.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the back. Batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on swivel.
Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Freddie Becerra will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 18, Freddie Becerra.
And that'll bring up the catcher, Chance Sisco. As he'll take a look at ball one. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Hazelbaker's under it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And they are on the board as the run scores from third to cut the lead to 2-1 now.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Ready for another shot now. Harmon Lopez. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Hit in the air out to center field. Marte is under it. He grabs it, but the tying run is going to try for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Digging in once again, JT Realmuto. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
No balls and 1 strike. Becerra at third with 2 away. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. It's a typically clear and beautiful day in San Diego as we get set for afternoon baseball from Petco Park. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Diego Padres. The Phillies will try to wrap up the 3-game series sweep, and we'll have it for you next. Ulysses Chacin, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
If you want to pick up a win as a starting pitcher, you have to go 5 innings to get the win, and that's just what he did the last one. I'm sure he'd like to be out there for a little bit longer in this one.
Digging in, Freddie Galvis. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
Fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone on strikes to start the afternoon. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Michael Franco. He's hit over 400 in his last 10 games, and his team, they are really relying on him. He knows he's hot. His teammates know that he's hot, and you can bet the opposing pitcher, he knows he's hot too.
So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
Right fielder, Rajay.
Here's Rajay Davis now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line drive to left. Jankowski is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless. So striding in, Travis Jankowski. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder.
A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Dan, D-Road, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, I think there's some real concern over the state of Will Myers right now. He's coming off a month where he hit under 250, but you'd think with his ability, he should be able to turn things around and do it quickly. Maybe this is the game that gets him going and shoots him to being the player that he needs to be.
First pitch of the at-bat. Tough slider down low for a strike. One out, nobody on. And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Here it comes. Changeup called strike 1.
Back-to-back punch-outs in the bottom of the first. This guy has got his stuff working today. This offense better wake up.
And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. Eichhoff comes into today second in the National League in All-Star voting among starting pitchers, so it looks very likely he'll be rewarded for his efforts so far this year.
Yeah, and he's been having an excellent season to date, making a push towards that All-Star.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back at Petco Park in just a moment. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. First pitch coming. Here it is. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Well, it's been a rather lopsided series so far, with the Phillies dominating to this point and taking aim in this one at a series sweep.
One of the toughest things to do at this level is to win on the road. With the win today, this would be a sweep of a road series.
And one thing that would certainly help their cause in going for the sweep is if they can break out the big bats like they did yesterday. Several home runs in that ball game.
Listen, it's hard in this day and age with all the quality pitching to put up double-digit runs like they did yesterday. They'd certainly like to have some of those back if they could and add them to today's box score.
So here's how the San Diego Padres are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at third baseman Eugenio Suarez, one of the more underrated players in our sport. Big-time power from the right side, ability to crush a hanging breaking ball. Also, soft hands at the hot corner. Very reactionary down there, and a strong arm.
First pitch on its way. Fly ball out toward left center field. Margot's under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Maikel Franco. His lifetime numbers against Chacin. He's gone 3 for 11. 2 of those hits were for home runs. First delivery to him on the way. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Franco makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And that'll bring up the power-hitting middle infielder Ryan Schimm. Hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Way in front of that fastball. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And fellas, the one thing I'm excited about today is watching this team flash the leather. Pick it and grin. In the National League, this team has the highest fielding percentage. That screams to their pitchers taking them to some nice steak dinners on the road.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded by Galvis. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Eugenio
Stepping
Suarez.
into the box, Eugenio Suarez. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. 0-1 the count. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least 1 more batter.
Hey, give the hitter credit right there. He was ready for that heater 0-2. But Dan, I question the pitch selection.
You know, sometimes as a pitcher, you don't want to give a good hitter the same pitch back to back to back, 3 pitches in a row. His thinking might have been right there. He had gone off speed 2 pitches in a row. Maybe he had him set up for the fastball. He guessed wrong.
He's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, he's not going to get away with that all day. He's got to find a way to get on top of that ball and bury it.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Padres leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back now with baseball on the show from sunny San Diego. Some of the most beautiful coastlines in the country around here. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? That gets down, and the Phillies' first hit of the game is going to be for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Heading after it is Margot. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. The relay, and he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with one gone. Coming to the plate now, Jared Eichhoff, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First delivery to him on the way. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. Down quickly go the Phillies. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Ready now, Mario Nunez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch coming, here it is. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little Billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
Into the box, Ulysses Chacin. Now a bunt attempt here. To second for one. On to first, and they get the double play.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to bunt a guy into scoring position. He got it down, but you have to deaden the ball too. Otherwise, these infielders just eat it up and turn it into a double play.
Digging in at the plate is Travis Jankowski. As he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike one. He went down swinging to start the home first. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
Guys, it's awesome how the Padres always do such a great job honoring the United States military, isn't it?
Yeah, teams around the league show a lot of appreciation for the various military branches, but with San Diego being one of the biggest military towns in the country, this organization has always been one of the best at saying thank you for everything those men and women do. Every Sunday game, and they've been doing it for years, they're up there getting a chance to take in a ball. Looking at a fastball to end the inning. Padres go down quietly. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Now to the plate, Freddie Galvis, who was a strikeout victim in his first try.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he swings here and sends one in the air, deep down the right field line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball two. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, left fielder, Carlos Gomez.
Here's Carlos Gomez. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Missed with a slider. High in the air out to center field. Margot on his horse. He gets there, and that's the second out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Rajay Davis hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First offering on its way. A ball and no strikes.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you can rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Hit on the ground out to short. Suarez on the grass. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
So frustrating, Hero. You make a good pitch and you hit these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He swings and lines it to left, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand one. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Now at the plate, Manuel Margot. He set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Center fielder, Manuel
Here's the pitch.
Margot.
Hit hard toward the right side. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. He's around first, heading for two. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
That was not the way this pitcher envisioned the beginning of the game going for him. Wasn't that bad of a pitch. He jumps all over it. Nobody can run it down, and he's standing at third feeling pretty good about himself.
Here's Will Myers. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Has a look, now the pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Gomez has a read on it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Great job of offensive execution there. Leadoff triple, and then the sac fly to bring home a run.
And it'll be the cleanup spot for the Padres. Ryan Schimpf, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a breaking ball.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
A ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Stepping in now, Yonhervis Solarte. And he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 0-1. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. High in the air down the right field line. Davis is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We played 4 full. The Padres lead it 1-0. Back alongside Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Adam Jones gets set to start out the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Solarte. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Digging in now, Michael Franco comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Scooped up, and there's out number 2.
Up next for Philadelphia.
At the plate, Wellington Castillo. Here's the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Fastball called for strike 2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout. Coming to the plate now, Eugenio Suarez. He'll start things out against Jared Eichhoff as this inning gets underway. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. Galvis is there. And that's out number 1.
Right fielder, number 32.
Here's Jabari Blash. First offering on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Behind a changeup, if you can imagine, for a strike.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher. Able to pound the zone with all different options.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The catcher, number 2.
So coming to the plate, Mario Nunez. He reached on a single in his first try. And that's taken for strike 1.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking the zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Popped him up. Hoskins is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Padres down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Now at the plate, J.P. Crawford. They'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So the leadoff hitter's aboard. Pitcher due up. Looks to be a textbook sacrifice situation. The pitcher, Jared Eichwald, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. The 1-0. Now a bunt attempt here. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
In now, Freddie Galvis. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Schimpf brings it in, and there are 2 away now. Ready once again, Carlos Gomez, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he lays off there 1-0. Crawford on third with 2 out. Swung on and missed. 1-1. The 1-1 home is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2. And strike 3 called as he says, "You got to be kidding me." With into the box now, Ulysses Chacin. Opportunity to bat for himself with his guys up a run here in the 6th. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ballgame. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Travis Gankowski. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Grounded to the right. Galvis has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
Digging in and looking for more. Manuel Margot tripled and scored in his last at-bat, and we'll see what he does for a follow-up act here. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for. Here's Rajay Davis now. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Hoskins behind to count 0-2. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2. The 1-2. Line towards center field. Margot is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting. center fielder, Adam Jones.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a breaking ball.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
And he fouls this one off. Ball and 2 strikes to Adam Jones.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate. Good command of the off-speed pitches. Very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one.
Set to deal on 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up. Stepping up now, Will Myers to try and get something started in the home half of the 7th. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Well, he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. The 0-2 once more. Bullet back up the middle. Jones has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Now batting.
And that'll bring up the power-hitting middle infielder, Ryan Schimpf. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Crawford has it. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow. Digging in the switch hitter, Yonhervis Solarte. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Well hit. Deep down the right field line.
But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck.
The 0-2 once more. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Padres down in order, but they're on top 1-0. Digging in, Michael Franco. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. And a fastball is hit on the ground towards short. Suarez fields it cleanly. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Stepping in, Wellington Castillo. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Hit hard on the ground to third. And into left field for a 1-out hit.
Well, this is where the manager makes his money right there. Nice at bat. Now it's a question of whether or not he pinch runs. Dan, as a pitcher, did it make you a little nervous when a guy had jets on the base paths?
Oh, no doubt about it. This is a very difficult spot. You're 1 hit away from getting right back into this game and tying this game up. You're going to have to really think about putting somebody on first that might be able to score on a ball in a gap.
A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Ready with the 0-1. Castillo, a runner at second with 1 away. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. The 1-2.
A swing and a liner to left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit.
Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only one away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? One there. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
They couldn't turn the inning-ending double play. They just get the force out at second, and the runner scores from third.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Freddie Galvis. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch is looked at for ball number 2. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Two and 2. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit. Now the skipper of the Padres is up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all now for Ulysses Senior. Corey Mazzoni trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. And Gomez not biting on that one either. It's 2-0 now.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
The 2-0 on the way.
On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit.
And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And this will come in far too late. He's in there at third.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You just get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1.
Nope.
A little bit low that time, maybe outside as well. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will return. Hector Neris is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 50.
So striding forward now, Eugenio Suarez. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. There's a swing, and he sends the ball high in the air into left field. That one is out of here. This game is tied.
Well, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
And that one just missed outside. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this game has the potential to result in a series sweep, but of course with a tie game on our hands, that is no foregone conclusion.
Never easy to sweep. This is one of those teeter-totter games, back and forth as we're tied going into the back end of this game right now. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. 0-1 count and the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will track it down. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Carlos Suarez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 20, Carlos.
Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. You see the average starting play at 318. 5 homers and 14 driven in. And a fastball just a bit high.
I don't blame him for not coming over the hard of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Line toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. The throw into second. And he'll get in there safely.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Ball 2 now.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching it.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Big tilt on the slider, gets a swing and a miss.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's just, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. Marshall Blankenship will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. And the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for this first base hit in this one. So it's a leadoff single that kicks off their half of the 9th.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
Here's the first pitch. The fastball down near the shoe tops. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. The 1-0. Back up the middle. And there's the base hit as well as that's into center field. 2 straight hits to kick off the 9th.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
Standing in now, Michael Franco. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. And a 2-0 fastball runs away. 3-0 now.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Drops one down here, and they'll try to beat it out. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time. So a big moment in the ball game here. Wellington Castillo, and he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Here's the first pitch. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Hoskins. On third, Jones. On second, Casilla is over at first with one away. And he misses there, 1-2. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
Swing, line drive. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. 1 run scored. And he is in there.
Dan, this had all the makings of going extra innings, but right there, a knock to drive into for your team.
Yeah, D-Roll, that's a huge 2 RBI base hit here in the top of the 9th inning.
Carlos Santana will be called on to pinch hit now, and he'll do it in a golden RBI spot as he's got 2 men in scoring position with only 1 gone in the inning. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. He'll go to the bag for 1. A play at the plate, but 1's all they get as the run scores.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings 1 home. Maybe the next guy could pick up the runner at third now.
So digging in now, Freddie Galvis. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's now 6-2.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're a grand slam ahead, Dan. But you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4, and you know that save situation's gone out the window.
Solarte with a great slide. What a play. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the bottom of the 9th. Kevin Segrist takes the mound here. Not a save situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. Next to the plate for the Padres, Manuel Margot. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Down by a bunch here, and what makes it even more difficult, they're facing the closer. Not going to be an easy task trying to tie this one or go ahead here at home.
The Phillies are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale, so if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball. You're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
Tried to get him out front, but it's a ball 1-2. And it certainly would be a big morale boost to a team if they're able to complete a sweep like this one on the road in hostile territory.
No doubt about it. You talk about bragging rights. 2 cities that love their baseball teams, and geographically they match up. Even though they're not division foes, it's for bragging rights, and this is what it's all about.
Here's Will Myers, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice thus far. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd He'll be out, but the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Segrist, pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen. High strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters, usually a recipe for a lot of success.
Oh, that's one of the keys. I think if you were to build the perfect relief pitcher, you'd want a guy that throws a lot of strikes, that minimizes the base on balls, and nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. San Diego down to their final strike. Got him, and that'll do it as the Phillies go on the road and sweep their rivals.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
6-2 the final total today. The Phillies put up 4 runs in the 9th inning to carry them to the victory. Hector Neris wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Flezak and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Padres, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 7 minutes. A reminder that post-game trolley service to Mission Valley, Old Town, or to South County is available from the Gaslamp Quarter or 12th and Imperial Trolley Station. MTS buses are also available outside the park on the 4, 11, and 25 routes. And service on the 3, 5, and 16 routes is available a few short blocks away on Market Street.